Okay. All right. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming back to this podcast. It's me, once again, Nico, here working the night shift. As you can tell, it is night. We can't really tell. It's nighttime. Let's just, for the sake of the title of the show, it's nighttime. You know, I'm not gonna. Not every episode might be filmed at nighttime. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. But uh, just know that this episode is filmed at nighttime. And yeah, thank you for the people that have watched my first episode. Thank you for all the love and support for that. You guys are so nice. Oh, like usually I'm so hard on myself when I create things and post it out there for the world. I'm so like critical of myself, but I feel like for this, I just want to be a little bit nicer in terms of the things I put out there to myself, and let's just see where it goes. That's it. I feel like the future that you want in life isn't like written in the storybooks. It's not written in the clouds. It's not written in the stars. It's literally what you make of it. It's the work that you put into it is what you get out of it. The grass is greener where you water it. I learned that. I heard that from La Russell. He's a rapper from California, from the Bay Area. I've been following him for a few years. I love his mindset, and he is a grinder. Like he grinds. Pause. Actually, grinder. That's ain't that an app for anyway. He is with it. Like in terms of getting to his bag. Like I respect him so much. So La Russell, if you hear this one day, thank you for the inspiration that you've given me. But yeah, man. Thank you for coming back. Episode 2, baby. I tried to film an episode before this, but I didn't really like where my mind was at. Like I wasn't in a good headspace for that. So we're here again. My hat. It says I don't know what it says. The better days are coming or something. Countdown to the weekend, essentially. And speaking of the weekend, I'm actually gonna be seeing the weekend on Friday. I'm so excited about that. I've actually never really been to a concert. Like I've never actually. This is actually crazy sounding. Like now that I'm saying this out loud, I've never been to a concert. I'm 29 years old. I've seen shows. I've been to like shows and stuff, but I've never actually like paid to see like a big headliner or a big show like this. Like this is gonna be my first time, and it's the weekend. I've been a fan of the weekend since House of Balloons. When did that come out? 2012. Yeah, that's when I started listening to the weekend, and I've been a huge fan. I haven't really listened to a lot of his newer stuff, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. My biggest thing for the weekend, like I love the House of Balloons mixtape, and that's been my go-to. Don't get me wrong, I still like the weekend. I definitely hear songs of his from time to time, but I hope he plays some of the songs from House of Balloons. I bought these tickets so long ago, like over I want to say like 6 months ago. It's been crazy. Like I bought them with the mindset that in 6 months I'll find somebody that I want to go to this concert with because I bought 2 tickets. And lo and behold, you manifest things that you want in life, and if that's a goal that's even partially in your mind, you will find a way to make that goal happen. And here we are 6 months later, and I definitely have somebody to go to this concert with, and I'm very grateful to know this person. So we're manifesting great things out here. And for me, another manifestation is this podcast. It's a lot of work trying to like figure out how to get the podcast onto the different platforms that I want it on, and just even thinking of thoughts and ideas. I don't want to write scripts per se because I feel like that doesn't feel natural, and that's just not me. I'm not a script writer. Like I said, I want to get better at writing, but it's just not where I'm at right now. Um, but yeah, so weekend concert this weekend. I'm so excited about it. My first concert. But yeah, I was browsing Reddit randomly, and I saw some ask Reddit questions, and one of them was, "What was the most underwhelming way you've gotten a scar?" And The first comment I saw was my dad told me that he was bringing home a chocolate bar. I danced about it, tripped and fell and cut my face on the door frame. And for some reason that hit home for me, man. Like you get happy about shit and then life finds a way to like, bro, stop being happy. You know? Like why can't I just be happy, man? Like, damn. You can never enjoy shit. It reminds me because like I have a few scars on my face. First the one that relates to this more so is I have one on my like bottom lip, like chin area, like right here. Probably can't see it because I have like facial hair covering it, but I got it. I was playing outside. I was like 9 years old at the time. I was playing outside. I was at like I guess my across the street neighbor's house, and I was pushing some of my friends on like their swing set. So it wasn't the swing, but it's like there's like a like a boat like that you see at like a carnival that goes like back and forth like woo. It's like a giant boat on like a seesaw. I don't know. So it was a 2-person swing essentially, and me being me trying to go to the extreme, I was trying to push my friends as high as we could possibly go, and it must have rained like the day before, because I definitely fell like immediately. Like I pushed him up, and the second I got to the highest point, slip, fall, and the force of two, what is it? I think they were both the same age as me. Like just children fell. The boat fell on my like hit me right in my bottom lip, or I guess chin area, and I immediately I had to go to the emergency room. But I was so reluctant to tell my parents that I was injured. Granted, I knew that it was bad because like the blood was like, this shit was gushing out of my face. It was not good. But I think I wasn't supposed to be outside at the time. Like, I think my parents didn't want me to play outside, and back in the day, I don't know if everybody has the same problem, but I feel like it's some people can relate. When back in the day, like you're not allowed to have fun multiple days in a row. I don't know if that's a thing for a lot of people, but it was for me. Like you played outside 2 nights in a row. Or not 2 nights, but you smiled 2 days in a row. You cannot possibly go outside the third day. And I don't think I was supposed to be outside because this was the third day, and I was just happy for 3 days. That's unfounded in this household. And I went outside. I was playing with my friends. I came back with a huge scar on my face, and my parents, they looked so disappointed in me. And I was like, I already know it. I was like, yep. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have been outside, bro. I think I said that to them. Like, I was literally gushing blood and had to go get rushed to the emergency room. But, like, I wasn't even crying. I was like, I'm sorry, guys. And they're like, all right, get in the car, bro. They already knew what the fuck was going on. So I had to get 15 stitches on my chin area here. There's like a giant, like, gaping hole through the bottom of my lip. Now it looks like the LeBron James L on my just a big fat L on my face. It's super unfortunate. And I think another scar I have on my face, I don't know if it can be seen on this camera. Can you see it? I do have a scar on my eyebrow, on my left eyebrow, that I also got around the same time. I think I was 7 at this time. And, back in the day when you used to ride your bike with all your friends, things get a little competitive. Sometimes you got to prove to your friends that you're the fastest, which I was, by the way. There's really no comparison to me and my friends. Like, everybody knew I was the fastest. And this was the day they found out. We were going around the neighborhood, and there was this one hill that it wasn't too steep, but it's definitely steep enough where you're gonna pick up speed for sure. And it was a long hill, and me and my friends were racing down this hill, and I was like, bro, I already know I'm finna win. So we was gunning it. I was going Mach 3.4 at least, and near the bottom of the hill, it just so happened that I ran through like a little patch of sand Like, first of all, where was there? Why was there sand? This is Massachusetts, bro. Like we was in a some suburb in Massachusetts. There ain't no beaches. Anyway, there was sand in the middle of the street, and I lost traction, and I get the speed wobbles. You know, you get the whoa, your front wheel just starts like going back and forth real fast, and all of a sudden the thing just like jackknifes, and I like Halo freefalled. Halo, as in the video game, where you know the Master Chief just be falling his arms and legs be flailing. That was me falling off my bike, 7 years old, going Mach 3.4 down a hill. Luckily, that was back in the days when I wore helmets when I rode a bike. So, thank you for that. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for forcing me to wear helmets, because I could look way different right now if it wasn't for that. But yes, messed my face all the way up. Some random dude in the neighborhood just had to walk me to my house because he was the only adult in the vicinity. Walked me to my house, and my parents were like, "Man, what happened?" And then he I guess he saw everything because he was just sitting out in the middle in his like front lawn or something. I don't know what he was doing. He saw the whole thing though. Described it to my parents. Also had to go to the emergency room for this. But before that, I like went to the bathroom to just like look at my face, and like. This is gonna sound like very like, I don't know, narcissistic or conceited, or I don't know what it's gonna sound like, but I was so distraught and so mad at myself because like I was like, I just made myself so ugly. And that's literally the first thing I said, and I was so mad that all of a sudden I was ugly because I just had a huge just scrape on my face, and I thought it was permanent. But yeah, long story short, now I had to get 7 stitches on my eyebrow. Like I said, I don't know if you can see it from this far away, but there's on my left eyebrow, there's like a part of it that just doesn't grow hair since I was 7 years old because I beat all my friends in a race. So, I mean, at least they know that I'm faster than them, and will always be faster than them, because you know why? There's never a time where all of us are going to ride bikes together again. Like, who's riding bikes like that? No, actually, I take that back. If they was to come to Germany, we'd ride bikes, because folks ride bikes out here like it's just a thing to do, and I love that. I love that for them. People are so active out here. I love how many people are just walking around the streets, riding bikes, just taking hikes. I be seeing grandmas and grandpas just walking through the forest, taking hikes. They have like these little walking sticks. No matter where they are, they could be in the middle of the city, the train station, the damn shopping mall. They got their hiking sticks and they's walking. Like power walking. So big ups to them. Shout outs to Omas and Opas out here in the Deutschland. Love y'all. Ooh. Also, I poured myself a drink. I want to come up with like a signature drink, you know? I don't know what it's going to be eventually, but I'm experimenting right now. This is... What juice did I have? It was apple, pineapple, passion fruit, and carrot juice. It was like a mixture of that juice. It was like a juice that came in like a little plastic bottle that had all those juices in it. And then I put some like lime juice in there. Like, got some lime juice, and got some spiced rum. And I ain't gonna lie, this drink it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Only thing I would change is that I feel like the juice is like too sweet. I'm not a fan of the sweet drinks. I like it a little bit more sour, so I need to find like a more sour juice. But with that being said, this drink, it is pretty good still. So I'm proud of that. Spiced rum. I'm not really a rum guy, but this drink is actually kind of doing it. It's kind of nice. Do y'all have any like signature drinks? If there's a signature drink that you make for you and your friends, or just for yourself, like whenever there's a time that you I don't know, are in a drinking mood and you feel like mixing something together, like is there a signature drink that you would like to call your own? If so, leave that in the comment section here on this YouTube channel. Well, granted, this podcast goes to multiple places. Leave the comment wherever you can leave the comment, all right? I don't know where you're watching this or listening to this from, but leave a comment. And or you can hit me on the socials, which are nightshift at gmail.com, nightshiftpc on TikTok, the nightshift.pc on Instagram, or at the nightshiftp on Twitter, or X now, I guess you should be saying. It's not even Twitter anymore, it's X. Like, obviously I'm not a billionaire CEO, so who am I to say? But I feel like an app that's been doing, not just an app, but a social media app that's been doing well for such a long time, that's been called Twitter and is a bird, as their symbol. For you to change that to just a letter, to me, that's crazy. But at the same time, what do I know? I'm not a billionaire CEO that makes $1 billion moves. So I'm sure he has a plan in mind that, and by he I mean Elon Musk. I'm sure Elon got a plan for Twitter, changing it to X like this. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. But from the outside looking in, insane decision, brother. You're doing crazy things, but hey, like I said, I ain't a billionaire CEO yet. All right, that was quite the tangent to go off of that one question about the most underwhelming way you got a scar. So this one guy says, I tried untying a knot with a fork. Like, I get the logic, I guess it's like a little like a pin needle like object to try to get like in between the rope to try to untie the end of the cord. But it's like, don't be pulling towards your face, brother. Like, you got to make better decisions than that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm full of bad decisions, but like, I don't know. I feel like I've learned since making these scars on my face to just not do things that bring harm towards my face. I don't know. I feel like I learned after the second emergency room visit for my face alone. So yeah, no more of that. I took a pair of safety scissors to my wrist because 4-year-old me wanted to know how safe they really were. Bro, child logic is hilarious to me, man. Like, the world is such a new place to just find out everything at the same time. Just they're called safety scissors. How safe really are they, bro? Let's see. Let's put them to the ultimate test. Like, bro, there's so many ways you could have tested if they were safe or not. You put them to your wrist? That's crazy, bro. That's wow. Children are something else, man. I swear. I was attacked by a chicken. Oh, that's like in Zelda. Like if you ever played the Zelda games, like the most devastating enemy in the whole game is actually just chickens. Like if you hit them once, not a problem. Hit them twice, okay, they're like running away from you. But if you hit them like back to back to back, then eventually there's a flock of chickens that literally come and kill you. Like, you can try to fight them, but there's just too many chickens. And that's like the only enemy in the game that ultimately kills you no matter what, I think. And so from now on, like every time I see a chicken in a Zelda game, I'm literally terrified. Literally terrified, brother. Could not be me. Scratching a mosquito bite too hard? Ooh. Them things do be itchy, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Mosquito bites? Mosquitoes? What like use do they have on this earth, Not to like be rude to mosquitoes or nothing, but like usually there's like a purpose for certain animals and insects in the world, like a dung beetle, for instance. The poop, it helps with decomposing of poop. I think that's what they do. Is that what they do? It's got to be what they do. Why are you messing with poop, dung beetle? That's crazy. But mosquitoes, like what? They just be spreading malaria. That's not good. Nobody needs malaria. Mosquitoes are actually useless. I feel like that's like, I'm sure there's others. I also have not done my research on mosquitoes, but I feel like, hear me out. This could be a profound statement here. Mosquitoes need to go extinct because They are the only unuseful animal on the planet. Are insects animals? Is that an animal? I'm sure that's the animal, right? Or are they called insects because they're insects? Bro, there's so much of this world that I don't know. It's actually insane. But will I put effort into learning it? Probably not. I have stretch marks where my limbs connect to my torso because I grew so fast. Stretch marks to me mean not a problem really, but like if you're self-conscious about them, that sucks. Like you're probably not even like a person that like, usually you get them where your fat is coming out the most, I guess. So for you to get them just because you were getting taller, like usually getting taller is a blessing, and you got stretch marks for it. Like I said, that brings me back. You can never just be happy, man. Sometimes you just want to enjoy things, and then life finds a way to be like, man, fuck you for being happy, bro. All right. I'm really excited about this drink, by the way, guys. Was there orange? No. Passion fruit, apple, carrots, bananas. No. Okay, I called it bananas because it's ananas in German, but it's actually pineapple in English. And I found out actually recently that English is like, I think, the only language that calls it pineapple. Like even in Mandarin, Russian, German, just like a bajillion languages out there that pineapple is actually called ananas, and like in like damn near every language, but English is like the only language that calls it pineapple. So why is that? What's going on with that? I get it. You're making your own language. You call it whatever you want, but like, why go on? You know what I'm saying? What go on with that? What is a terrible name for a dog? Let's see. The first answer is help. Bro, imagine you're walking through the park and you with your dog. You let your dog off the leash because you want to let your dog enjoy life to its fullest, unhinged, Go out there. Go chase that butterfly. Don't kill it perhaps, but chase it, have fun. You want to play fetch with your dog? Obviously it's not going to be on a leash. So you throw the dog the tennis ball and your dog goes and gets it. But then they just linger too far away. So you start yelling help in the middle of the park, and now people are concerned. Now people are looking at you real funny. Like the grandmas look at me on the U-Bahn for no damn reason. They just be staring at me like they got a problem. Like, bro, what you trying to get into, really? Anyway, yeah. Naming your dog help is actually insane. That's hilarious. I've never owned a pet. And quite frankly, I feel like I say I'm not ready for a responsibility like that, but I could do it. I just don't want to. I feel like I move around a lot. I'm not home a lot. And I personally just don't want that responsibility. I'm probably ready for it, but I just don't want it. I could handle a pet, but yeah, no thank you. But a dog named Help. Help! And you're saying it like happy. You're not even like yelling help in a frantic way. Like, help, I need help. You're, help. Oh, help. People gonna look at you crazy. Rightfully so, too. Dumbass. Why'd you name your dog Help? Weird ass. Anyway. The guy my best friend was dating had a pair of chihuahuas named Bentley and Gabbana. Bentley was the later addition after Dolce died. Sheesh. When they broke up, his dogs unfriended me on Facebook. Have you ever been unfriended by a pair of purse dogs? It'll make you think long and hard about your choices in life. I feel like you kind of know the type of person you are when you have purse dogs that have Instagrams. I know some people that got Instagrams for their dogs. They're great people. So to be fair, you just gotta know who. Maybe you just need to make better decisions. Not everybody that has dog Instagrams are bad people. I've met some great dog Instagrammers. If you name your dog Stay, or any sort of command, really, that just doesn't make sense. Not a good look. Not a good look. What else is out there? Ooh. I'm seeing a post about aliens, but that reminded me. I did see on the news that there was like some guy testifying like under oath saying that aliens exist, or that the U.S. government is in possession of like alien technology or UAPs. They said not UFOs, but like unidentified aerial phenomenons. I guess we're just calling it that now, not unidentified foreign objects. But the U.S. government is in possession of this, and they've been trying to like reverse engineer, like essentially alien spaceships, which is actually insane if true. Granted, this guy is saying it under oath, so I mean, like, it's wild if you're lying in that situation. But I don't know, like, I guess it is so far fetched, it's hard to believe. I would like to believe that aliens exist because I don't want to think that we're in this vast galaxy filled with millions, billions, trillions of stars and planets that we just so happen to be the only ones with life on it. Because if that's the case, that sucks. But there's really no way, you know? Like, there's no way. Like, I think scientists already discovered planets that have the possibility of having life on it. Like, they were saying, like, it's in the zone between, like, the distance of Earth and Sun that could grow water and plant life and whatever. That could habitat, or humans could survive on this planet, you know? So I feel like plant life, or just life in general, could exist, you know, out there. So for aliens to exist, I don't think it's that far-fetched, but at the same time, think about it. Think about, like, say aliens come to visit the Earth, like, next month. And now all of a sudden there's like a giant mothership over, you know, your hometown. And it's just looming there. It's not doing anything, but it's there. And it's there in full effect. Like, you see it. And like, it just sits there and like spins slowly, and it's fucking massive. It doesn't look like anything a human ever created. Like, can you imagine how terrifying that would be? Like, oh my God. Like, I'm trying to think about it right now. I'd shit myself. Like, yeah, imagine they just come back, they just come here and they start demanding shit. Like, give me all your water. Or not all of it, but like 70% of your water. Because we did the math. You can survive with only 30%. You're gonna have to do some conservation, but you can survive. And they just want our water all of a sudden. Like, knowing America, we're fighting back, for sure. But if you got a mothership that can fly galaxies away, you're putting us through the pound town for real. Like, I don't think we're winning, is all I'm saying. So when they do defeat the humans and be like, yo, bro, stop trying to fight us. Give me your water, bro. Like, and we'll dip. Like, imagine just the aliens coming and just like really just having their way with the human race. It's like, bro, give me, matter of fact, passion fruit, apple, pineapple, and spiced rum with lime juice. Yeah, give me all of it. Give me all of your passion fruits. That's not good. I like passion fruits from time to time. Like, why would you take that from me? Like, you're taking away my happiness. And or hear me out. What if the aliens are just bad as hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the aliens just be looking good for no damn reason? And like, what if they're just here to just like chill? Like, they come here for spring break or something. Like, they see planet Earth like we see Panama City Beach, Florida. They see this place as like just ratchet debauchery time. Like, they come here to do shit that they normally wouldn't do back home because like their parents are around. They got work friends that are around. They come here to just really live it up. They see us as Panama City Beach. Like, oh man, like they come here to just let loose. Like, oh my God, we're gonna party with the humans. Like, they're friendly and they just want to have a good time. Like, that'd be so lit. I feel like that's what we need. I feel like that's what the Earth needs right now. With all the global warming going on, with all the just bad things, there's freaking coups going on in African countries. There's wars going on in European countries. We need our alien brethren to come here and use the planet Earth as Panama City Beach. Pick up your trash though, but you know what I'm saying? Come here to have fun. I feel like that would be kind of cool. Ooh, that's a good question. What is some advice you wish you could give your 18-year-old self? I know I said it in the first episode, but I'm just gonna just like say it right here. I wish I told like I could just like go back and tell myself to just be nicer to myself. And just stop being so critical, so mean to myself. Stop being so like self-depreciating or deprecating. Is that the word I'm looking for? Stop being so negative towards myself. And, you know, take a little bit more chances. Do some more things that you actually want to do instead of just following the guidebook that you think is how to become successful. Granted, you still did well for yourself. I'm proud of you, 18-year-old me. But at the same time, just be nicer to yourself, man. But I digress. Don't feel so indebted to people. Don't work so hard. Look for healthy relationships, including platonic, where you just make each other happy. I think that's huge. That is huge. Looking for healthy relationships, including platonic. I think in parentheses, he or she put including platonic. And I feel like I don't have enough like platonic relationships with like, you know, obviously the opposite sex. Like usually the women that come into my life, like either they're work friends and obviously I just know you for work, but it usually ends up becoming something that, you know, turns into let's just call it more than friends. And eventually, because of this, I usually see it as like, I don't want this to become anything more. Like, I'm not trying to be more than friends. Like, we might have messed around here and there. And then all of a sudden, now we cannot be friends forever. Even though you might have had a great personality. You might have done this. You might have done that great. And now because of this one, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 times that we've had a little bit closer interactions, now we can no longer be friends. And that kind of sucks, you know? I always like to be friends, but like maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not putting enough effort into that. Who knows? But don't feel so indebted to people. Don't work so hard. Look for healthy relationships, in parentheses, including platonic, where you can just make each other happy. I think that's huge, honestly. Don't feel so indebted to people. Yeah, stop. I think for me, that's like a work thing. I feel like the work that I'm doing is constantly just like making somebody else's dream come true, you know? Yeah, you know, try to find something that makes you happy. Granted, if your job makes you happy, then so be it. But for me, I hate the fact that there's somebody that I can call boss, you know? Or not even that. I don't like taking orders from people. I don't know if it's like a problem with authority or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. But I hate knowing that somebody can tell me what to do in my day-to-day. Like that kills me. It kills me. Like I hate that to my core. Knowing that somebody can tell me when to do this or when to do that, why I should be doing this and what I should be doing at this time and from that time. Granted, my job is not that critiqued, but, you know, to be fair, like, you know, it is kind of like that. So I'm not even going to go into detail as to what that is, but yes, don't work so hard. Yeah, that goes without saying. The next comment actually says, don't work so hard, but also you need to work kind of hard now so you don't have to work as hard later. Life is hard. That is true. For me, because I'm doing a job that I kind of don't want to do and I have passions outside of that, sometimes I get hard on myself because like I'm really hard on myself when I tell myself like, oh man, you're not putting enough effort into the things that you want to do outside of work, whether it be photography, whether it be this podcast, whether it be making videos or music or whatever that creative outlet is. I get so negative towards myself that I'm not putting enough effort into it. But it's like, you're working hard at your job And that takes a lot of energy and mental energy, and you're fatigued when you come home. And sometimes all you want to do is just like decompress. And sometimes doing your hobby, sometimes your hobby is not always an easy thing, and that also takes work. And for me, I get so negative at myself when I'm like, oh, you don't put enough effort into the things you want to do. And granted, sometimes being negative kind of helps me push myself into that, which is what drives me doing this podcast from day to day. I want this to work. I want this to go somewhere. Like I can envision it being something more than what it is right now. But I know it's only going to come with me putting work into it, So I think working kind of hard now so you don't have to work as hard later is huge. I'm essentially working on your hobby to make it, I guess, your job or the way you make your living is essentially having two jobs right now. I have my main job where I go to work, put in uniform, blah, 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 go into the office, and then I come home and I work on this. And essentially it's like having a second job because all the steps that go into producing something like that. And yeah, this goes back. I wish I was nicer to myself when I had my creative outlets and I didn't have the effort or didn't feel like they were something that was super good, just because like usually I'm starting off. I never gave myself enough time to get consistent with things, I guess, back in the day with that. So working hard now is huge. If you have anything that you want to do in life that's outside of work, but it's your hobby, it's your passion, or even if you don't know it's your passion, even if it's something you just want to try out that's outside of work, I want everybody to at least try a new hobby. If they don't already have a hobby, try something outside of work. Who knows? It might help you, mentally. It might help you financially. Who knows? It might help you in some way. And if you don't enjoy work, please, please try to find a hobby. If nothing else, even if you don't do anything that much with it, try to find a hobby that you at least enjoy for even a sliver of a moment of your day. All right. What's the next one saying? This may or may not be me trying to find general life advice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was the guy that posted this question. What is some advice you wish you could give to yourself at 18 years old? He was saying, this may or may not be me trying to find general life advice. The next guy said, I'm 28 now, and when I was 18, I moved 5 hours from home to college. Bro, actually, that's a long-ass comment, bro. Ain't no way I'm finna read that. The next comment saying, avoid the elderly people who offer you a beer in the trailer park your family just moved into. The old woman will offer you meth without either of you knowing what it is, what it was, and you'll be addicted for the next 8 years. Bro, I mean, yeah, I guess that's something you could probably tell to your 18-year-old self. Goddamn, bro. Yeah, don't take meth from anybody, really, not just necessarily the old people in your trailer park, but like, I guess for him, it's more specific for him. The next guy says, holy fucking shit. Yeah, bro. Goddamn, bro. Jesus. I'm sorry, my dude. Yeah, I wish somebody could have told you that back when you're 18. Holy. Next comment. Seriously, if some woman isn't interested in you, move on. Don't go all out to impress them. And you are fine financially. Don't listen to others. Damn. True. Like, I used to have weird like anxiety trying to approach like women back in the day, like to the point where I'm like, man, why am I like this? Like, why? I used to think, yeah, this goes back to just me being so negative on myself. I used to think that like I was just like an ugly person, or maybe I just had like low self-confidence. I used to have a huge gap in between my front teeth, like right here, right in between my front teeth, that I have since closed using Invisalign braces, which were a godsend, by the way. Love those. But I think that was part of the fuel for me feeling like unattractive. Like I used to not like smile in pictures. I used to just feel so self-conscious. And that was like even though people would be like, "Oh man, you look great. You look like this. You could be an actor. You should do this. You should go into that." Like people would tell me things, but I thought they were just saying that just to try to be nice, not necessarily because I looked good. Because like I truly did not feel attractive. Not to say that just because I don't have a gap in between my teeth, I feel attractive now. I just matured and learned to have appreciate myself now. And I definitely feel attractive. I feel sexy, feel grown, feel good. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I can't stress this enough. Just be nicer to yourself. Even if you aren't 18 year old, you're older. You're older than me. I'm 29. You could be my age. You could be older than me. This advice could go to any age at any moment in your life. Please be nicer to yourself. Unless you've done some crazy shit like named your dog Help. Don't be nice to yourself. Then you're dumb for that. You should have never made that mistake. But yeah, and also, you are fine financially. Don't listen to others. Yes, this is probably a comment that they could tell to themselves. But sometimes you're not fine financially. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There was times where I was not fine financially, bro. Holy. There was times where every semester in school is like, bro, am I really about to? How am I gonna pay for this semester? How are we gonna do this? Like, they like took me out of the classes. I had to reapply for like the financial aid again. It's crazy. Back in the days, things were hard. But we're good now. We're drinking young Nico nightcaps. Is that the name of the drink? Did I just come up with a banger? I don't want this to be the drink though, because like it's still kind of it's too sweet. I want something sour. I need to find maybe a different like juice base. But I mean, it's still good. Still good. Nico nightcap. That's pretty cool. All right. Build your identity outside of a partner or your family. Big words. Yes. If you like only associate with your family and your partner and like, I feel like once, not necessarily saying that like they're gonna be gone out of your life, but like sometimes you're not always with that partner. Say this partner is somebody that you dated when you were 18 and 19, 20, and then who you were at 18, 19 is not, you're not gonna be the same person as you were when you're 25 if you continue to grow as a person. At least for me, that's how it was. And for them, that's what it's seeming like. Build your identity. Like, I feel like that's kind of a problem I had back in those days, back when I was like 19, 20. I felt like who I was dating at the time is like, it's going to sound cringe, but like I tried to identify with them so much, but instead of like being truly who I was. And yeah, I don't know. Like looking back at myself, that's like, it's such it's disgusting thinking about it. I was so cringe. It's so, I'm so mad at myself for it. But I shouldn't be mad. That's who I was. You did great. You learned from it. Obviously, you're not with that person anymore. So congratulations, 19, 20-year-old me. Granted, you made some crazy decisions back then, but here you are now. You're doing great. Be nicer to yourself. Stretch often. Even if you don't work out, your 30-plus-year-old self will appreciate it. Bro, that is, you know what? Wow. That man just spoke. That should be in the Bible, really. I'm not even religious like that, but it should be somewhere where more people can see that. Because, yes, I don't feel like people do that enough at all. Not necessarily even just stretch, but like, I understand some people that don't like working out because it's a lot of effort, but like, please, y'all, try to find some activity that raises your heart rate, that raises, your activity level. Whether it be going on walks, listening to music or something, man, please be more active in life, guys, at a younger age. And if you can try to if you can find a way to make being active consistent, it's huge because like that'll just like compound. And even if it's just a walk every day, like your body will thank you for it. I've noticed that with the old people here. The old people here, they're seemingly like still pretty coherent. Surprisingly, like they looking old, but like still having full on conversations, still going out to restaurants with each other. Like it's huge, and I see a lot of old people riding bikes here. Like I've been seeing grandma riding bikes past me when I was riding my bike. Cause like I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't ride bikes like home back in the States. I seen grandma ride a bike up a hill past me like I was some sort of like baby back bitch. That shit made me feel horrible about myself. And I was like, ain't no way grandma really just passed me, bro. So yeah, did I slash her tires afterwards? Perhaps. But you know, we get better at riding bikes. But yes, I see a lot of old people like here. They're taking walks, like I said, with their walking sticks everywhere. They're I just love how people are outside here, even in the rain. I think there was a saying that we are not made out of sugar, therefore, like that's why they're still out in the rain. I think that just like a German saying, we are not made out of sugar, meaning like the water's not gonna make you melt away, you know. So they're just, I love that. I love how active this community is out here, or society, I should say. But yeah, I don't know how long have I been filming this episode. Let's take a little gander at that. Okay, we had 40 minutes. That's crazy. All right. I think the moral of this episode here today, guys, is truly and honestly just make the effort to be nicer to yourself. I don't know if everybody's as mean as they are to themselves as I am, but you know, I feel like everybody could take just a step back, think about where they are right now, think about where they were before, and try to appreciate the progress that they've made. It doesn't have to be the same amount of progress that somebody else that they're comparing themselves to, but that's the thing. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You are you. This is your life. They're living their life. You're living yours. Try to be nicer to yourself. This is the only life you got. If there's something you want to do in life, it might not be easy, but you can do it. Try to make the effort to seek your own happiness. Your story is not written in the stars. It's not written in a stone anywhere. Like, it's not set in stone. Your story is what you make of it. So water the grass around you, and the grass will be greener on your side. Please make the effort to make your happiness where you want it to be. If you're happy now, more applause towards you. You know, I love that for you. If you're not as happy as you feel like you should be, then let this moment right here be the moment where you make the first step in making your life just that much happier. You owe it to yourself to be as happy as you can in this life. So, yeah, guys, that's really it. You know, be nice to yourself. Smile at yourself a little bit more. You don't have to smile for other people. You don't have to do anything for anybody. Unless you got kids. Be nice to your kids, man. They're your kids, man. Be nice to your kids. But with that being said, guys, I absolutely love y'all if you're watching this. This is about to be my second episode on this pod. Honestly, I'm so excited about this. Having a creative outlet, this is huge for me, man. I love this. I love just talking and speaking to a camera and into this microphone. And I'm grateful to be here, guys. I'm grateful that you are here watching this. And yeah, man, this is the Night Shift, and I'm Nico, your boy. I have socials and my emails. I'm going to read them off one last time, and you can message me there if there's any sort of prompts or any sort of questions or any sort of, issues that you got going on in your life. I can speak on that in any sort of way, really. Who knows? Whether it be a comedic way, whether it be a self-help way. Granted, I'm not a psychologist, but, I just be saying words, and hopefully they do something in a positive way towards you. Who knows? But my email is nightshift at gmail.com. My TikTok is nightshiftpc. My Instagram is thenightshift.pc. And my Twitter is thenightshiftp. Yeah, guys. I thank y'all for watching. I love you. I will catch y'all next time. And yeah, man, Enjoy yourself a little nightcap. Who knows? If you're watching this at night, you're doing things right because this is the night shift and it should be dark where you are, unless it's like early in the morning. Then you're about to start the day shift and that's tough. Actually, I do have work tomorrow. I should go to sleep, bro. I'm crazy. Why am I doing this right now? I gotta go, guys. I love y'all. Okay, bye.